In the earliest chapters of the universe, nothing was supposed to be simple. Gas cooled, stars ignited, galaxies assembled, and only then, according to the old story, could black holes grow into the giants we see today. But the James Webb Space Telescope is repeatedly breaking that story apart, and one of its strangest discoveries may be the most unsettling yet. Astronomers are studying a class of ancient objects nicknamed little red dots. They are tiny, faint, and deeply distant, which makes them look almost like cosmic embers scattered across the early universe. At first glance, they seem to be a new kind of compact galaxy, but the more Webb looked, the more the objects refused to behave like normal galaxies should. The puzzle is simple to state and hard to solve. Did the galaxy build the black hole, or did the black hole appear first and shape the galaxy around itself? For decades, most models assumed that stars and galaxies had to grow first, and that black holes came later from the deaths of massive stars. Webb is now suggesting that in the ancient universe, the sequence may have been reversed. The specific object drawing attention is Able 2744, QS01, or QS01 for short. It existed only about 700 million years after the Big Bang, which means we are seeing it as it was more than 13 billion years ago. The object is tiny by cosmic standards, only about 1,300 light-years across, yet it is bright enough to be studied in surprising detail thanks to a natural assist from gravity. That assist is gravitational lensing. A massive galaxy cluster called Able 2744, also known as Pandora's cluster, sits between Earth and the distant object, bending and magnifying its light like a cosmic magnifying glass. Without that effect, QS01 would be much harder to examine. With it, Webb can probe a fragile corner of the early universe that would otherwise stay hidden. What scientists found is unsettling because it does not fit the familiar blueprint. The object appears to host a black hole with a mass of roughly 40 million suns, while the surrounding cloud of hydrogen and helium gas seems comparatively modest. That imbalance matters. If the black hole is that massive so early in cosmic history, then it did not have much time to grow using the slow, ordinary pathways we know from nearby galaxies. The old picture was comfortable. A massive star lives, collapses, becomes a stellar black hole, and then that black hole feeds, merges, and gradually grows over billions of years. But Webb keeps finding black holes that look too large, too early, and too mature for that timeline. The universe may have been building some of them by a completely different route. One possibility is direct collapse. Instead of forming from a normal star, a giant cloud of gas could have collapsed almost straight into a black hole seed. That would produce a head start enormous enough to explain why black holes were already monstrous when the universe was still young. It is a radical idea, but the early universe was a radical place. Another possibility is that the first black holes fed more efficiently than we expected. In that case, the growth of the black hole would not wait for the galaxy to fully mature. The black hole could dominate the system early, pulling in gas, shaping the environment, and steering the future of the host galaxy rather than merely living inside it. That twist changes the entire narrative. For years, we imagined galaxies as the main actors and black holes as the dangerous byproducts. But if black holes were forming first, then they may have been the architects. They would have regulated star formation, stirred up gas, and determined how quickly the first galaxies could settle into stable structures. To understand why this matters, think about the role of a black hole in a galaxy today. A supermassive black hole can influence the flow of matter across thousands of light-years. It can heat gas, launch powerful jets, and either trigger or suppress star formation depending on the circumstances. If such a monster existed almost at the dawn of time, then the earliest galaxies may have been shaped from the inside out. The phrase, paradigm shift, is overused in science, but in this case it is fair. If the early universe could produce black holes before it produced mature galaxies, then the standard timeline of cosmic assembly needs a major revision. The first structures in the universe may not have been neat, well-behaved islands of stars. They may have been violent, compact, black hole-centered systems. This also helps explain why the little red dots are so mysterious. They appear in abundance during the first billion or so years after the Big Bang, then seem to fade away. That makes sense if they were a brief phase in which black holes were growing rapidly inside dense cocoons of gas and dust. In other words, we may be catching a developmental stage, not a final product. There is also a deeper philosophical shock hidden in the data. The universe has always felt like a sequence of clear steps: particles, atoms, stars, galaxies, planets, life. But Webb keeps finding evidence that the early cosmos might have skipped steps, or at least rearranged them. The universe may have been more improvisational than the textbook suggested. That is why the results are exciting even before every detail is settled. Science is not only about confirming what we already suspect. It is about noticing when the universe refuses to obey our expectations. And when the early universe refuses, it tends to do so on a grand scale. The beauty of Webb is that it is finally giving astronomers a way to see those refusal points in detail. Its infrared vision can pierce through cosmic distance and dust, revealing ancient objects whose light began traveling toward us before Earth even existed. Each new image is not just a photograph. It is a message from a time when the rules of structure formation were still being written. For viewers, the most important lesson is this: black holes are not just cosmic destroyers. In the young universe, they may have been cosmic seed crystals. Around them, galaxies might have condensed, stabilized, and evolved. If that is true, then the first bright islands of the universe were not built around stars at all, but around gravity wells so deep that they rewrote the order of creation. And that is what makes this discovery so compelling. We are not simply learning that black holes exist in the early universe. We are learning that they may have arrived before the galaxies we once thought created them. In the vast darkness after the Big Bang, the first great builders may have been black holes. So the next time you look at the night sky and imagine the birth of a galaxy, remember that the first chapter may not have been light filling the dark. It may have been a dark object pulling matter together, long before the stars took center stage. In the new Webb era, the question is no longer just how galaxies formed. It is whether the universe began by making a black hole, and built the galaxy around it later. If that sounds like science fiction, it is only because the universe is often stranger than our imagination. The early cosmos was filled with extreme temperatures, violent radiation, and densities we can barely reproduce in our minds. Under those conditions, ordinary rules may have bent, allowing rare regions of gas to collapse in unusual ways. A direct collapse black hole would not just be large. It would arrive already prepared to dominate its surroundings. That is one reason the little red dots matter so much. They are not just curiosity objects sitting on the edge of the sky. They are tests of our deepest assumptions about how structure emerges from chaos. Every time Webb studies one, astronomers are really asking whether the classic ladder of cosmic growth is missing a rung, or whether an entirely different ladder was used in the first place. The answer is still being debated, and that is part of the thrill. In astronomy, the most interesting discoveries often begin as arguments between competing models. One team sees a compact galaxy. Another sees a hidden black hole. A third says both are true, but the relationship is more intimate and more explosive than anyone expected. That tension is what pushes the field forward. What is clear is that the early universe did not wait patiently for complexity. It moved fast. Galaxies, stars, black holes, and gas clouds were evolving on a schedule that leaves little room for the slow, orderly scenarios we once preferred. Webb keeps reminding us that cosmic history was written in a hurry, under pressure, and in a form we are only now learning to read. And perhaps that is the most powerful part of this story. We are witnessing the moment when an old map of the universe is being redrawn. Not erased, not discarded, but updated with new continents and new oceans of possibility. A black hole before a galaxy is not just a technical result. It is a sign that the universe is still capable of surprising us at the highest level. If future observations confirm that these early objects really are black hole-led systems, then astronomy will have to revisit the origin story of galaxies from the ground up. Some of the first galaxies may have been born around a central engine instead of a central swarm of stars. That means the black hole was not a late intruder. It was the core around which the first visible structures organized themselves. So this is where the story leaves us, not with a neat answer, but with a bigger, better question. How many of the galaxies we see in the deep past were shaped by black holes that came first? How many cosmic cities began as dark wells of gravity, pulling matter in before light ever had a chance to spread? The James Webb Space Telescope is not just showing us the answer. It is changing what we thought the question was. And that, in the end, is the real triumph of modern space science. It is not only about seeing farther. It is about thinking differently after we see. Webb has opened a window to the young universe, and through that window, we may be watching the first architects of cosmic structure at work. If the black hole came first, then the universe began its grand design in darkness.